I want to talk to us today about something like this, and you may get what I'm talking about, Sister Gray. Or y'all may get what I'm talking about in this. And some of the things that I say, I found out from another one of my relatives that I talked with just recently that the Rankins are strong, opinionated people. And what happens with some of us is that our opinions get changed by the book. And then once we get those opinions out of the book, we stick to them. We commit to them. One of the things I want to talk with us today about is this. They were having a toy giveaway just a few days ago or so, and I don't remember which one of my grandkids called and talked about this subject, but I'm just going to talk about it. And I may get some of the things wrong because, like, again, when you're 73 years old, you don't remember things like you used to. But one of my grandkids called me and said there's a lady over here at the toy giveaway that want to see you. And the story went to, listen to this, the story went to somebody saw the lady at Walmart, I believe, Walmart or something like that, and told the lady at Walmart, see Rankin down there at his toy giveaway, and if you need some money for gas. And Rankin don't give out money for gas. That's not my assignment. That's not my calling on this earth to give out money for gas. But the woman came down here to the toy giveaway and asked to see Rankin for gas money for her car. And to make the long story short, we found out that the lady was a scam. During the Christmas time, I want to tell you this is an announcement as well in our message. I'm going to tell you that during this season, there's a lot of scams going on because people open their hearts to be so loving. Some of the same people that will spit on you next week will be nice to you this week and give out things and on and on. Be nice. Have you ever noticed in this season people are nice? Real nice. But anyway, come to find out this woman was scamming places because what was it, Cash App? Cash App called one of my grandkids. I don't remember which one it was. Raise your hand if you're back there. The one that told me about it. My grandkid said the Cash App called them back and rejected the woman getting the money. She said, because this is a fraud. This woman had been going around all over the place, and it's a good thing she didn't meet me because I definitely would have straightened her out. I do a lot of straightening. Yeah, psychic. But anyway, the woman was going around from church to church getting money from people out of the car, and people, I guess, from other places as well, getting money from people. And whoever the person, I believe the person was probably some pastor from another church that sent the woman to this church. And one of the things that I've been talking about for years is my assignment is not to give out collard greens and gas money and all that kind of stuff. I will at time, but that's not my assignment, and I'll tell you why. I want you to notice here, we're going to talk about it for a minute, that's not my assignment. I want you to notice here that there was a man who had no purpose, or he wasn't showing his purpose at the time. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? He wasn't showing his purpose. There's a man that was carried, laid at the gate called Beautiful. And he would, every time he had service, he was laid at the gate. Now, being laid at the gate, I want to point out to you, I'm going to finish this quick. Laid at the gate, I want to point out to you that he had no purpose. He just simply being laid at the gate all the time. We're all predestined. Our gifts will make room for us and bring us before great men. Are you following what I'm saying? We're all purpose people, predestined people, headed somewhere. God didn't make us to make us a nothing. I'm telling you, from the front to the back and on, you are somebody in the Lord. You're royal priesthood, a chosen generation. There's a gifting inside you. Some of you may not have found the gifting, what you were put on this earth to do, but you were put on this earth to do something. God formed you in your Bibles, in the book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. The Bible says he formed the man from the dust of the ground. The word forming, yatsar, which forming a Hebrew word, means he determined you. He predestined you. He gave you purpose. In other words, it's the reason why, now let me go over this for just a little bit. The reason why you can be an undertaker and I don't have a sense for being an undertaker is because we're all formed for some reason. How many of you know that there are people who like chitlins and there are people who don't like chitlins, and on and on. We're formed to be a certain type of person. There are people who do mechanic work, and there are people who do work behind a desk, figuring with numbers, accountants. Are you following what I'm saying? In other words, we're predestined to do something, but we're not all destined to do the same thing. And it's the reason why oftentimes I tell people, don't try to be somebody else, be yourself. Why? Because there's a purpose, Sister Dallas, in you. Are you following what I'm saying? There's a purpose in you. Who would have ever known out of all your brothers you would be a keyboard player? Are you following what I'm saying? But you can play a keyboard. Can your other brothers play keyboard? None of them. You know why? Because you were formed to play keyboard. I was walking Division Street, up and down Division Street with some guys. I didn't talk much, didn't have a good sense of humor and all that. I didn't fit in with them, but I always tried to hang out with somebody because I thought the world dictated that you had to hang out with somebody. So somewhere sooner or later, God got a hold of me and said, this is what your purpose is. All totally different from where I was. Are you following what I'm saying? Totally different from how many of you in this room have done so many different things, totally different, opposite from where you are right now? Are you following what I'm saying? So he formed purpose, but this man laid at the gate called Beautiful. Would you have ever thought that you'd be in a church, sitting in a church? All the places for young people to be, here you are sitting in a church, and for some reason can't not come. Are you following what I'm saying? You know why? Because it's formed in you, shaped in you. Are you following what I'm saying? You're predetermined. But this man predetermined, what I'm saying, in case you don't get it, is you're sitting here today, and my assignment is not to give you gas money. My assignment is for you to find purpose, for you to find who you are. Are you following what I'm saying? You would be bothered somewhat if you got before the Lord and found out your purpose as compared to you didn't have gas for your car. Why? Because they wouldn't have any cars. Are you following what I'm saying? And so, in other words, you to find your purpose. My assignment is not for you to get some collard greens on Wednesday night. Are you following what I'm saying? Woman, I keep bringing up collard greens because you've heard this story about the woman that jumped up in our word study and said she could have got collard greens if she had gone to another church. She should have gone to another church because I wasn't giving out no collard greens. Are you following what I'm saying? And how long would the collard greens last? We won't go there. We won't go there. But this man had no purpose. He was sitting on the outside at the gate called Beautiful. And Peter and John came, and the thing about it is they knew that their assignment, this man was begging for some help. And people think, Sherelle, people think that the church is about help. Help me to get some gas. Help me to get some chicken wings. Help me to get some food on the table. But are you following what I'm saying? Help me to get, but you got to have somewhere on this street, somewhere in this city, somebody to get me to my purpose. If I get to my purpose, I can get my own collard green. If I get to my purpose, I can get my own chicken wings. Are you following what I'm saying? If I can get purpose. But as long as you lay me down, see, what has happened with us as a church, we have been labeled to be a help. I was talking with one of my relatives not long ago, and I asked them, they deal with the mental side of people. And I said, so you don't heal them. You don't heal them at all. You only help them. And so what I'm talking about is something that I've been saying for some time with you, Granny, or you, Lady Rankin. I'm talking about there are people not far from being serial killers. And the reason why is because they've been helped to fit in. But when they find out when their help runs out, they could be a serial killer. There are people who are just on medication. Are you following what I'm saying? And all somebody did was talk to them. They didn't heal them. They talked to them. And as long as I got somebody to talk to, I won't be a serial killer. But one day when I can't find you and you can't help me, see, what it is our church is just simply a place where people have been helped. They've been helped to fit in. They may not have been healed, so you've got to watch those people on your bench. They may not have been healed from what they have. They may have been helped. Are you following what I'm saying? And when their help run out, I want you to notice something that you may not have noticed. Notice, as long as they carry this boy and lay him at the gate, he ain't worried about him not being able to walk and have. In other words, as long as you help me, I ain't concerned about my weakness. I ain't concerned about my problem. I ain't even thinking about my ankles and my bones not being strong enough. Are you following what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking about help me to fit in. I'm telling you that when people get help, they start forgetting about, you know what? They got handicap signs and they don't think about changing them. Why? Because the person ain't going to get healed. They are not worried about getting healed. They want to get inside Piggly Wiggly to get them a ham. Are you following what I'm saying? They got motorized wheelchairs for me. They got braces, Kathy, on my leg, on my knee. They got braces to help me walk, but nothing to heal me. I was telling the person that I was talking to. So that person, she's a psychologist, or she has a master's degree in mental health. I said, so those people that could be killers and on, you just talk to them. And because you talk to them, you certify them and say they've been talked to. And because they've been talked to, they're pacified. They come down. Are you following what I'm saying? And so in our churches, Brother David, we have a bunch of pacified people. Not healed, pacified. So I could be, but I've been pacified. As long as you talk to me, as long as you preach a message and I take a little bit out of it on Sunday, I'll fit in. Are you following what I'm saying? And so what has happened too is our churches have been talk shows. We talk to folks and pacify them and they fit in. Are you following what I'm saying? They fit in, but they're not concerned about what they really have, the problem they really have. Are you following what I'm saying? And so I told you not too long ago, I know how to get a big church. All you got to do is pacify people. And you can have a big church. Let anything go. Anything can go. Just pacify them. Tell them they can do anything. Just pacify them. Are you following what I'm saying? And you'll fill up the church. Pacified folk. Lord have mercy if you can't talk one day. You got a mess on your hand. Are you following what I'm saying? And so, in other words, with the way the design of our church now, we got a bunch of folks that's been talked to. Our churches are just places to talk. We got a form of godliness, but denying the power that could heal them. Are you following what I'm saying? See, they could be healed, but they've been talked to. And all I want to do is be able to fit in, so talk to me. Are you following what I'm saying? I'm scared of the way the church is going now. Why? Because it's a bunch of people being talked to. Not healed, talked to. And it's so easy for me to be a preacher in the place where all I got to do is talk to people, because, see, a car salesman can talk to people. Are you following what I'm saying? It's the reason why we got one on every corner now, because all you got to do is talk and pacify the people. Are you following what I'm saying? You don't have to heal, just help. Ain't got to be no healing, just help. Help me to fit in. Are y'all following what I'm saying? And if you help me to sit right here at this gate called Beautiful, notice that the people even inside were help people, because they were surprised when they saw the lame man healed. They didn't know anything about healing. Even the one inside didn't know anything about healing. They saw the guy leaping and praising God and healing, and it was foreign to them. So they were just help people, even on the inside, help carrying those to the outside, laying them there. Are you following what I'm saying? And so, in other words, we are just help people. Are you following what I'm saying? I go to my doctor's office every 6 months for a checkup. And you know what he does? Brother David, he walk in and talk to me for about 5 minutes and say, okay, see you in 6 months. Take a blood test and I'll see you in 6 months. He just talked. And then I can hear through the walls in other rooms, he's just talking to the other people. He's talking and pacifying folks. He ain't healing nobody. He ain't healing nobody. He's just talking to them. And the old folks want somebody to talk to because they're at home by themselves. They want somebody to talk to. So they go to the doctor to talk. And then they feel better for 6 months. But they're not dealing with their problem. Are you following what I'm saying? They're not dealing with their problem. Our churches have evolved into talk shows. Oprah could have a church. Oh, wait a minute, she does. Because all they got to do is talk to you. Javion, all they got to do is talk to you. You thought I wasn't going to call your name, huh? And I'll fit in. And that relative of mine said, I just look at them after I've talked to them, and if they look like they can fit in, sign the paper, and they'll fit in. Some of us in here, we're in here with signed papers. And can fit in. Whatever happened to the church that used to heal, deliver, set free? We don't have to do that anymore. It makes it easy for everybody if all we got to do is talk. And Minister Jones, we get excited if a place can talk. He talked a good talk. She talked a good talk. I think I'll go to that church. They can talk good. And I can fit in good. You know mostly why we like big churches with a whole lot of folks? We can hide. They never deal with our issue. They never deal with our problem. They talk. I go home. I want to kill somebody, but I can't kill nobody because I talked. Are you following what I'm saying? What we are is we're helped, but not healed. That's history now, to be healed in a church. They play every once in a while, they play CD or whatever you call that. I don't know. I don't keep up with the electronic stuff they play. In the church I came up in, they sing a song. In the church I came up. See, this woman sings a song. Is it the lady Tasha Cobb? She sang a song, In the Church I Came Up In. See, she talking about a church where they used to cast out devils, where they used to heal, where they used to, are you following what I'm saying? But now they talk to me. That's what she's singing. She's saying, in the church I came up in. That's an insult. In the church I came up in, there was healing. In the church I came up in, there was deliverance. Are you following what I'm saying? In the church I came up in. When we talk about the white building, we talk about a healing. But all we want to do now is talk and be helped. If you just help me to be able to sit here, if you just help me, see, what I'm saying today is people are walking out of buildings on Sunday helped. to get back the next Sunday. They're not healed. Are you following what I'm saying? They're not healed. They're just helped. It's getting to the point, where we don't even believe in healing anymore. If you just get to my church, we can help you. This man, I'm done. Are y'all following what I'm saying? This man goes in the church, and the people are surprised that he's healed. Are you following what I'm saying? The people are surprised that he's healed at the same time. And wait a minute. I don't know about you, but I think I read that he's praising God. He's leaping and praising God. What about the others? You can say, anybody thirsty in here? He was the only one thirsty. Are you following what I'm saying? Preachers, you know how you go back to, you say something you know God gave you, and nobody respond, and you go sit down on your seat and say, God, I said it. I guess it was just for me. And so this man goes into, he's the only one at church. Real church. Are you following what I'm saying? It's a good thing they helped him. They helped him to stay where he could get healed. But he brought another level into the church. Into the temple. He brought another level into the temple. He brought the level of healing into the temple. He brought something for the others to carry on, to have when they needed healing, and they needed healing then. Are y'all following what I'm saying? And this I'll say and going. And I'm not being condescending. Not being condescending, but there's a lot of people walking around and they're like ticking time bombs. I talk this all the time. I say this all the time to my wife. I say that in this day and time, people are walking around with stuff on the inside of them, and it's just a matter of time that they just snap. Are you following what I'm saying? Why? Because they hadn't been healed. Yeah, I told my wife yesterday, I said, you got to be careful around people. Because you could say you could have somebody smiling, laughing, telling jokes with you and on, enjoying them and on, and say one thing and they just snap, turn completely around. Are you following what I'm saying? Turn completely. We don't have healed folks. We got helped folks. They're helped in some of the stores we go to that you might be alongside them, and they just help folks. They're not healed. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why in a school or Winn-Dixie or wherever, you have strange scenes happening in those places. People do crazy stuff in those places. Why? Because they're just helped. Help to fit in. And they fit in until they don't fit in. Are you following what I'm saying? It's the reason why we have people on our benches. People on our benches, they do what they do until they don't do it anymore. Are you following what I'm saying? We just help folks. I talk about it all the time and how they, the institutions just drop people off on the streets. And I walk out of my house and see people walking up and down the sidewalk day and night. Sometimes I, I, I can probably set my watch by one guy right now that's walking up and down that sidewalk. My brother say he's looking for Jason. And what that, I guess I had never heard that. He explained to me that he's looking for that first high he had. And that brother walked up and down the street. It starts at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he's walking down that sidewalk, and he'll come back down this way, and he come back down that way. He's walking up and down the sidewalk. It's a matter of time that somebody he's just helped to be able to walk the sidewalk. They had institutionalized him. Are you following? Can you imagine somebody walking up and down the sidewalk all day long? It'll be dark tonight and he's still walking. Y'all go out there, you might see him walking up and down the sidewalk all day long. All day long. He just walking. Every once in a while he'll stop and talk to a garbage can. He's helped. And somebody signed a paper saying he's helped. He can look normal and walk down, up and down the sidewalk. That's good enough. But we all said, and whatever in the church. But we got people in our churches that do that. That's able to just walk up and down the aisles. And some of the stuff, I'm done with this. Some of the stuff that we say, now that was crazy. It is crazy. In the church. That was, and we scared to say something we call crazy, sometimes spiritual. I'm going to say it's crazy. Are you following what I'm saying?